9 out of 10 people waste money fighting rust. 9 out of 10 people fighting rust are wasting money on products that actually make the damage worse. Meanwhile, the real fix costs about $1. And it's sitting in grocery stores across America. One simple household ingredient can dissolve rust down to bare metal on cast iron cookware, car parts, tools, and even heavily corroded steel. It works on surface rust, deep rust, and even the corrosion many expensive commercial removers leave behind. And once you understand the chemistry, you'll never spend $30 on rust remover again. The biggest lie in the rust industry. Most people believe rust removal requires some advanced chemical formula because every hardware store product looks scientific. The labels say things like industrial strength, rust converter, or naval jelly. The bottles cost anywhere from $15 to $30. But here's the truth. Rust is just iron oxide. That's it. And iron oxide dissolves easily in mild acid. The expensive products are mostly phosphoric acid or citric acid mixed with water, dyes, fragrance, and thickening agents. You're not paying for revolutionary chemistry. You're paying for packaging and marketing. The active ingredient that actually removes the rust is available at grocery stores for about $1. And the best option is citric acid powder. Why rust keeps coming back? Most people think rust sits on top of metal. It doesn't. Rust actually grows inside the metal surface itself. That orange layer you see is only the outer shell. Underneath, the oxidation keeps spreading deeper and deeper. That's why sanding and wire brushing rarely solve the problem. They remove the visible rust but leave the active corrosion underneath. A few weeks later, the rust comes back. Chemical removal works differently. The acid penetrates through the porous rust layers, dissolves the iron oxide, and stops the reaction at its source. That's why proper chemical treatment works better than endless scrubbing. Why citric acid works better? Not all acids are equal. Strong acids like hydrochloric acid remove rust fast, but they also attack the healthy metal underneath. That weakens the surface and causes flash rust almost immediately. Phosphoric acid, used in many commercial removers, converts rust into a black protective coating. But citric acid works differently. It binds to iron oxide and lifts it away from the metal through a process called chelation. That means it aggressively removes rust while barely attacking healthy steel. The result is clean bare metal without damaging the surface. And the crazy part? The exact same chemistry used in industrial restoration shops can be recreated at home for about $1. The mistake that ruins everything. This is where most people fail. They mix the solution too weak. A tablespoon of citric acid in a bowl of water won't do much. For serious rust removal, you need a saturated solution. That means roughly 8 tablespoons of citric acid powder per cup of very warm water. Stir until no more dissolves. That concentration changes everything. Heavy rust will start bubbling within minutes. Weak solutions barely react at all. Most people think the method failed when the real problem was the mixing ratio. The contact time rule. Surface rust can disappear in under 2 hours. Deep rust takes much longer. And this is where patience matters. Heavy corrosion forms in layers. The acid dissolves one layer at a time until it reaches solid metal underneath. For badly rusted tools or parts, full submersion for 12 to 24 hours works best. Not spraying. Not wiping. Complete soaking. For larger items like car panels, soak rags in the solution, wrap the surface, then seal it with plastic wrap to stop evaporation. That keeps fresh acid working continuously. After soaking, scrub the surface under running water. What's left behind is clean gray metal. Not the black coating commercial converters leave behind. The 30-minute rule most people ignore. This part is critical. Freshly cleaned bare metal starts reacting with oxygen almost immediately. In humid air, rust can begin forming again within hours. Sometimes within minutes. So after cleaning, you must protect the surface quickly. For tools, apply a thin layer of oil. For painted surfaces, use self-etching primer. For automotive cavities, use cavity wax. If you skip this step, the rust returns fast and people wrongly assume the treatment didn't work. The treatment worked. The protection step was missing. Cast iron cookware transformation. This method is unbelievable on cast iron. Old pans that look destroyed can often be fully restored. After a 24-hour soak, the rust disappears from deep inside the porous surface. Then you rinse it, dry it immediately with heat, and re-season it with oil. The result often looks better than brand new factory seasoning. People throw away cast iron every day that could have been restored for about $1. The chrome warning. There's one important exception. Chrome and plated surfaces need shorter treatment times. If rust is formed underneath damaged chrome, long soaking can lift the plating completely. For chrome, use a citric acid paste for only 5 to 10 minutes. Then rinse immediately. If the plating is already bubbling or peeling, it's usually too late to save it anyway. The Automotive Rust Fix. This is where the savings become massive. Professional rust treatment shops charge hundreds of dollars. But the chemistry is often nearly identical. On vehicles, rust usually spreads inside seams and hidden cavities. So treating only the visible surface isn't enough. The outer areas can be wrapped with citric acid-soaked material. Internal cavities can be treated through access holes. Then everything gets rinsed, dried, and sealed immediately. For underbody treatment, the material cost is often under $10 compared to $400 or more at repair shops. The electrolysis upgrade. If you really want professional-level results, combine citric acid with electrolysis. This is the same technique used for museum restoration and antique recovery. A simple battery charger, washing soda, steel plate, and plastic container create an electrolysis setup at home. Adding citric acid speeds the process dramatically. Severe rust that would normally take days can sometimes be removed in hours. This combination can restore tools and machinery that look completely beyond saving. Don't throw away the used solution. Most people dump the dirty orange liquid afterward. That's a mistake. The solution still works. Filter out the rust flakes, add more citric acid, and reuse it. Even better, diluted iron citrate solution can actually help iron-deficient garden soil because plants absorb chelated iron easily. So the leftover solution is surprisingly environmentally friendly compared to many commercial chemicals. The complete $1 rust removal protocol. Here's the entire process. Step 1. Mix a saturated citric acid solution using about 8 tablespoons per cup of warm water. Step 2. Submerge the rusted item completely or wrap larger surfaces with soaked rags and plastic. Step 3. Wait 30 minutes to 2 hours for light rust. 12 to 24 hours for heavy rust. Step 4. Rinse and scrub thoroughly under water. Step 5. Dry immediately and apply protection within 30 minutes. That's it. The same chemistry used by professional restoration operations. Available at grocery stores for about $1 per treatment. Every expensive rust remover you buy, every rusted tool you throw away, and every surface you endlessly sand without chemical treatment. All comes down to not knowing this information. The chemistry is simple. The protocol works. And once you try it yourself, you'll never look at rust the same way again.